are saying he, but we absolutely do not mean Allah is a man, does it really matter?
This is absurd, stupid, ridiculous. Is what I would say if it wasn't actually a good question. Now, a caveat, yes, there are some conclusions here which are incorrect, but the question and the statement, have we internalized Allah as a man, has some weight to it. So let's start off with the basics. Allah is not a man, Allah is not a woman. Allah is Allah, the creator of all, above all and beyond all. Point number 2, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does use the masculine pronoun, not the male pronoun, but masculine pronoun, he, for himself in the Quran. And point number 3, Allah definitely honors women. For example, as said in the video, Allah draws the name Rahman from the Rahm, from the womb, from the woman. And moreover, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala definitely has attributes which can be traditionally considered feminine, such as being nurturing, beautiful, loving, merciful, Rahman. But as I said, there are statements here which are incorrect. For example, saying that the closest thing to Allah on earth is the woman. Again, I understand the thought process behind the statement, but there is a critical error. Yes, Allah's love is often compared to the love of a mother and how it's greater than it. But when talking about Allah, we're guided by the principle Laysa kamithlihi shay, that there is nothing like him. So it's incorrect to say the closest thing to Allah is a woman. A better statement would be that the closest analogy to the love of Allah is the love of a mother for a child. The second mistake is the notion that because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in fact a man, that it would be correct to refer to Allah as a she alongside the term he. This comes from a misunderstanding of Arabic, and it's why we should all be studying Arabic, for example with apps like Fusha. In the Arabic language, all words are gendered, masculine or feminine, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intentionally uses the masculine term. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all over the Quran says, Hu Allahu alladhi. Now Allah could have just said Allahu alladhi, but hu, meaning the masculine term he, is used. Therefore, the reason why she is incorrect to be applied to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala isn't because she is less than he, but because it creates a linguistic error that runs contrary to the Quran. But I do partially agree with the premise of the video. I do think that due to Western Christian indoctrination, that some of us start to view Allah with that image of a man in the clouds. When coupled with the fact that as English speakers, we're wired to view the term he as male, not just a masculine term, we get that problem. The ultimate conclusion here is learn Arabic and teach your children Arabic. And when you speak about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be detailed and precise.